When I was born, the doctor grabbed me by the ankles and smacked me right behind.
I started recording shit to do over top of this earlier, and then I was like, fuck this shit. This shitty fucking day. Killer cat loose in the bedroom studio. Cody, you gonna survive over there? Psycho cat, yeah. She got it infiltrated. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Chronic Confusion is back. Back with somewhat of a vengeance. Somewhat. We're not quite energetic enough for a full vengeance. We are confused chronically, and there's a lot of shit to be confused about, Cody. Dude, a lot of fucking shit is going on.
I'm coming into this thing fucking blind as a bat, ready to just fucking go.
Okay.
I'm already confused.
Okay. Well, where do we want to start here? Let me see. Oh, might as well start up with getting caught up. It's been, how long has it been since we did an episode?
I think like a month and a half or 2 months.
Isn't that long? It seems like it's been a long fucking time. I know that much.
Well, it had been like a long time before that one. So it was a long time followed by a long time.
Yeah. I had some medical issues. Not even really medical issues, just like trying to get my shit checked out, you know?
Right.
I had my heart's all good, which is surprising.
Boom.
The heart is in surprising condition for a man of my stature. So, booyah, all you people on the internet.
Yeah, fuck you, medical science.
Exactly. All you people that say, you gotta have health problems. Well, yeah, someday, but not right now.
Not yet, which is a good thing.
Probably someday very soon, but right now, maybe I just had mono or something. I don't know. Like, so just no energy.
Zika.
Yeah. But like, I could have the
Swine flu.
the H1N1.
Bird flu.
I had one of them animal flus
SARS.
that go around. Yeah, SARS. That was a bitch. What happened to what the fuck happened to SARS?
China shut their shit down, and I guess it just quit.
Wasn't it just like...
No, it was like a lot of Asia.
Wasn't it just like a
Japan.
very weak form of tuberculosis?
I have no idea what it was, but I
I know it had
know
something to
that,
do with
like,
coughing.
Everybody, like when I was going on, everyone on TV from whatever part of Asia it was happening in was wearing surgical masks, and I was just like, that always creeps me out when I see people wearing surgical masks out in public because I'm starting to wonder, like, do I need to wear a mask? Like, is something going on right now? Is there a siren about to go off, like chemical warfare or what? So, like, that's all I really remember about SARS is that just like the bird flu and the swine flu, and nothing really happened to us.
Yeah, I've well, shit, man. I had a heart catheterization. However the fuck you say that shit.
Did that hurt?
They go in through your artery
Mm-hmm.
in your wrist, or they can go in through your groin.
You went with wrist, huh?
Went with wrist.
Yeah.
Took the wrist package. You know, wasn't too fond of having my groin fondled by.
You weren't gonna get the package.
No, not the package. Not that I have anything against Indian gentlemen, but just not my type. You know, my doctor. It wasn't. You know. There were no female nurses either, so it just wouldn't have felt right. You know.
I mean, I would have
I'm too straight for all
honestly. I
that.
think I would have felt more comfortable that way, for the simple fact that I feel that they would have been like, guys, we can't fuck up his dick. I mean, we all know how bad it would be.
Yeah,
if we
no,
fucked his dick
the
up.
nurse, the guy nurses were all cool. Like, I guess they kind of have to be like big burly men, like they were all like biker looking dudes. Like seriously, dude, like these nurses looked like fucking bikers. And
We got
there
our
was one guy was
degree in
like,
the pen.
this guy was like, "My name's Patrick. I'm gonna be your nurse today." Gosh, dude. So he because like they have to like lift people that are like me, you know. I mean, they didn't have to. I was able to get up and move on my own, but sometimes they do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And they deal with a lot of old people that don't have a lot of mobility, so like I guess they have to be big and
Fucking
strong.
old people.
Yeah. But anyways,
'em.
so yeah, they fucking they put this tube in your artery and lead it all the way up to your heart and inject dye.
Oh, did that hurt?
You don't really feel it. Like you feel like it feels like they're pressing
I mean, I feel
something.
it right
You
now.
feel pressure. Like they numb the shit, so you don't really feel it. But you feel like a pressure. Like you feel like somebody's squeezing your wrist. So anyways, long story short, my heart went into fucking crazy town on the third round of the shit because they do like 3 different injections.
Yeah.
My heart went into like I don't even know, like they said it just went out of rhythm really bad. So they had to shock me 3 times. And that's not fun. I didn't feel the first 2, but the third one I felt like it feels like the only thing I can imagine getting hit with a bus feels like. Because you feel it in your whole body. It feels like somebody just smacks you with something really hard in your whole body.
Tense up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hear this loud pow. So it's like it accompanied with that. And I kind of knew it was coming. Like, because I was like, last thing I remember was like, I said, man, this doesn't feel right. And the next thing, like, I hear the shocks, but I can't feel them. Like, I hear kaboom, clear, kaboom, clear. Or the clear, then kaboom. You know? But they're actually kind of at the same time. Like, they're really close to each other. Yeah, so it's, so I hear that. And then, like,
Twice.
after the second one, that's whenever I kind of, like, came back into reality. And my heart was starting to come back into rhythm. But they were so into trying to save my life that they didn't notice that I'd woke back up. So like the next thing I know is I hear clear and I was like, what? And right in the middle of saying what, I said, BAM! I was like, God, fucking shit. They had me strapped down. If I hadn't been strapped down, I would have been cleaning onto the roof.
He's like, ah.
Onto the fucking ceiling. Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Oh, that's awesome though. I mean, they're dedicated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. They got me back. You know.
Yeah.
It's just, and the weirdest feeling is feeling your heart like finding its rhythm again. That feels weird as shit. Like, 'cause it's like it's almost like it's dancing. Like you can feel it like in sections going bloop 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 bloop. Then it's like, oh, there it is. Boom 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 boom. Yeah, it's weird as fuck. So that sucked.
That'd probably make me feel sick. I'd be like, this is not right.
I was pretty fucked up for like a week and a half afterwards.
Yeah.
Like really like I had like no energy and shit. And of course I was already not feeling good anyways. So
Right.
you know. But so that was that. I got a new car, which is pretty sweet.
Vroom.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with my old car. But
Junk it.
fucking took it to Valvoline for its first oil change the other day. And I don't know if they did something, but my car's fucked up now, my new car. The all-wheel drive isn't working, and the StabiliTrak isn't working.
Take it back to him.
So,
Take
yeah,
it
I'm
back
going
to
to. I'll
him
open
and just
up and
go in
take
there
it.
and be like, hey guys, check this out. This car was perfect, and I brought it here, and now it's not. So
Yeah,
money
I've already
or
gone
fix.
through that process. We're getting it fixed soon.
Yeah, rub your dick on expensive shit, man.
So yeah, but it's still running. It's a good car. And then today, fucking get my paycheck.
Boom.
And no, not
No.
boom. I'm using the green dot. Like you can deposit a check on a green dot card just by taking a picture of it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and right in the middle of submitting the shit, my phone craps out. So the shit, like the fucked up thing happened was they approved my check for being cash, but because I didn't finish the process, my money's just out there in limbo somewhere. And like I tried to take it to Walmart and get it cashed, and like it was declined because it's already been cashed.
God.
But I don't have the money. Like the money is,
Technology, man.
yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. So like, I guess that's the last time I'm gonna be fucking depositing checks
What
with
did
my
they
phone.
say they're gonna do about it?
I had to call a couple different places, and I guess They said tomorrow to try to go to the actual bank that issued it and see if they'll fucking cash it. And if not, I'm just going to have to raise hell, I guess, until I get my money. But yeah, it's like...
All right, I'm not legally allowed to say this, so this is completely in jest. But I will represent you legally. You can call me the Honorable Code Red Esquire.
We can do that.
But I mean, I can't actually do that. I'm not going to go to jail over this. But I'll pretend. Like, I'll lawyer the shit out of everything until
Could you go to jail for not being an actual lawyer?
Yeah, you can't practice law unless you pass the bar in Kentucky. Absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, fuck right.
I can't just be like, hey, I want this guy to represent me.
I mean, you could, but I mean, like, I would have you could say it and they would say no. You have every.
Are they allowed to do
it.
that?
Fuck right, yeah. You can represent
I bet you're
yourself.
allowed to have, yeah.
Yeah, you can represent yourself, but
Really?
if you're gonna have someone else represent you, it has to be either appointed by the court or someone that you pay. And it has to be someone legally. Like, I mean, I could lie. I can totally go in there and lie. But
Yeah.
I mean, we're both gonna get fucked.
Huh. That's weird. I always
And
thought you could just appoint anybody.
I mean, I'll ask my lawyer friend. All right.
I mean, it's not advised that you do that.
No,
but I
no,
always
it's
thought
not.
that you could.
Never. No, I'll ask him, but he's probably gonna shake his head, look at me like I'm an idiot, and go, "No, Code Red, you can't do that."
Code Red. So yeah, I've been pretty pissed, but I got a new desk chair too. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Next step is to get some monitors for the living room and fucking some cameras and
Take
start
over the
podcasting
world.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally get this shit underway. But I guess that's all that's really been going on with me. Just fucking watching the world go to shit. We'll talk about that later.
It's going.
Yeah. So what's up with you, Cody?
Well, I too have a new vehicle
Yeah.
because, and there's a reason that I get called Code Red.
Mm.
I had to go judge a competition in Cincinnati, and I did. And it was awesome.
How'd that go?
It was great. It was fucking awesome. I mean, like, I really enjoyed judging. It was like a different experience at the beard competition, but it was really cool. And judging beards, sometimes it was really easy. Like, I mean, clearly there are people who are like, okay, your beard just isn't up to par with some of the other people, and it's not like there's anything wrong with that. It's just you have to be honest, right?
Yeah.
But then there are times, man, you're looking at 2 or 3 beards, and you're like, I mean, it's like, how do I choose between these guys? They're good, just for different qualities. So I mean, it was fun. It was hard. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind judging somewhere else. That would be really fun. I like competing, but anyway. So I drive up there.
Is there a texture quality? Fuck.
There's no criteria. They
texture. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Go ahead.
there's no criteria. It's like personal preference, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's just the one that I've judged. Maybe other ones do give out criteria. I'm not sure.
Oh, you just kind of like that one looks cool.
Well, I mean, like, if it was in natural, like a natural mustache or a full beard natural or whatever, you know, like that's what I looked at, was that part.
Oh, okay.
So like if it's full beard styled stash, I look at the beard and I look at the mustache, and like with the mustache, the main thing is symmetry and making sure that the stash itself is together. Like I mean, it's something that I've been told personally that's kept me out of placing a few times, is I've got hairs that are hanging down and it's not symmetric enough. So I mean, to me, that's a big thing with it. It's got to be symmetric. The mustache needs to be put together right. So I mean, I got to look at that as well as the beard. So I mean, it's, if you have like a crappy beard but you really killed the mustache, it's kind of like, well, you can't really win that category because it's full beard styled mustache. You have to have both, right? So yeah, but
Y'all get serious about these beards, man.
I enjoy it.
I'm
man.
over here like I'm just too lazy to shave.
Hey man, beard love for everybody.
Yeah, it is November.
Yeah,
Movember.
But so then I had to drive from Cincinnati down to Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham.
And I had thousands of dollars of product in my vehicle.
I want thousands of dollars.
And I was about 20 miles outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And wobble, the driver's side tire comes off.
Oh, shit.
I'm like doing like between 75, 80 on the interstate.
Oh, shit.
And there's one car in front of
I'd
me.
have pissed myself.
The tires rolling in front of me. The van's down on the interstate. And,
Sorry.
people are like, well, Cody, you're lucky you didn't flip.
Yeah.
But me at this point,
I'm just picturing like you driving and then like the wheel like just rolling in front of you.
Oh, exactly. and it just dips down. And
oh
like,
my God.
So I'm just sitting there and nothing bad's happened other than the wheel came off. Like, I mean, other than that, the car's fucking fine.
You rode it till the wheels fell off.
Yeah.
Cody.
So the road,
Shit.
the car's fucking fine. The wheel just came off. So I just,
That's nuts.
I just casually move it over from the fast lane to the shoulder. And there I sat for about 7 hours.
God, I would have pissed myself.
Oh, I pissed in one of those Starbucks Frappuccino bottles. And let me tell you, because it was daylight, because I didn't crash, but I mean, the thing fell off at like 5:40 something in the morning. So, like, it was going to be daylight within a couple hours. I didn't have to pee at that point. When I did have to pee, it was daylight. And it was, like, just this busy section of interstate. So, like, and I was right next to a ramp, too. So, like, people were just coming on all the time. And I couldn't just get outside of the car and piss. Because, actually, no, I did as soon as it happened. Like, I got out and I pissed. I'm like, oh, fuck. But, so I had to pee again. And so, like, what I did was I opened the passenger side door. Pulled my pants down a little bit. Pulled my dick out and put it inside of the bottle. And I started peeing. And I was nowhere near done peeing.
That's when
but
the cop comes.
No, not at all.
Oh.
I was nowhere near
that
done
would be
peeing
my look.
when the bottle is like reaching
Oh,
maximum
yeah.
pee level before it's touching my dick.
I did that with an orange juice bottle the other night because I was too lazy to walk to the bathroom. And I don't know, my bathroom is like 10 feet away from the bed, 5 feet away from the bed.
That might
But
be
I
a
didn't
new
wanna-
level.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it
But-
because I have to battle with the cat to get her out of the bathroom. So I was like, I don't want to fucking battle with the cat. I'm too tired.
So I stop pee midstream, throw that bottle, like just empty the contents outside, and then reinsert and start peeing again and fill it all the way the fuck back up.
That's hard to
before
do,
I was
man.
done.
Fucking you
Oh, I
deserve a
know.
medal for that.
It was tough, and I felt accomplished, and I sat there. But this is my favorite part of the story. I got a letter yesterday from a tow company in Cleveland, which I took the tags off and took everything expensive out of there except the CD player because I couldn't get it out without damaging
Is it still
the
up
vehicle.
there?
No, this is where it gets funny.
Oh.
So the only thing wrong with it when I left was the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
a little,
shit.
and a little bit of body damage.
Oh shit.
So I call up there and I'm talking to the main guy.
Wait, where did you where did you go down at?
Near Chattanooga. But this
Oh,
is in
okay.
Cleveland, Tennessee, where this tow truck company's
Okay.
at.
Okay.
And so I'm talking to the guy, and
that's a
I
rough
was like, "Look,
neighborhood.
man, I junked the title. I don't want it. I'll go ahead and when I get the title, I'll sign it over and send it to you or whatever." And he's like, "Okay, cool." But like, I asked him. I said, "Yeah, I believe you have my van. It was missing the driver's front tire."
He said that's not
And
all
he
was
goes,
missing.
"Yeah." He goes, "Oh, sorry." He goes, and a couple windows and a CD player and a battery, and I was like, "No." He was like, "Yep," and I was like, "Well, when I left it, it was only missing the tire," and he's like, "Yeah, well,
Oh man.
and I was like, "Well, it's yours. Don't worry about that. I'll send you the title, no problem."
Somebody done came up and stripped
Yeah,
it.
I mean, dude, like they wanted like fucking $600 something to get it, and like to have it
Shit.
towed up here when it first happened, someone wanted like fucking $800,
Shit.
and I'm like, both of those are worth more than what the fucking van is,
Yeah.
and like that's not on top of having the fucking thing fixed. But so, luckily, my grandfather is letting me borrow a vehicle, so
Nice.
very nice.
All right. Well, before we get into the meat of the show, the the 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, onions, pickle, and sesame seed bun. When there are other stuff involved in that. Before we get into that, want to encourage you fine folks to go to dubcast.tv and start buying some shit.
Buy it.
Because
Consume.
now we got this website here. This is the official Dubcast website, which I'm going to continue doing these blogs, these suggested gift guide type of things on here. But I'm also launching a new site within the next couple weeks. I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you what the name is yet, but it will be all about like cool shit that I find on the internet. And if you buy it, you'll be supporting the podcast and the YouTube channel, so we can make more videos and do more shows and do all kinds of cool shit.
Is it going to be called CodyIsAwesome.com?
Close.
Sweet.
But one thing I'll say is you can go on Chronic Confusion on Facebook and click the Shop Now button, and it'll take you to this page here, the Shop and Support page that's about to come up.
Buy other people's shit to support our shit.
Of course, we have an Amazon link right there at the top. I put it at the top so you don't have to find it. But all these other sites here are affiliates, and there's more to come. Superherostuff.com is on here.
Undercover condoms.
Undercover condoms. I got some.
Can we
I got
please
some,
look at that?
You want to look at that?
I really do.
Undercover condoms. Okay.
Protection and lots of other naughty things. All right, kids, turn the fucking YouTube off. We'll have a little link to tell you when you can start looking again, kids. Click on it.
Condoms so thin. Oh man.
Organic condoms.
Yeah, natural and organic.
That means it's sheep intestines.
Yeah, probably. Well, no.
That's what non.
That wouldn't be vegan friendly though.
It doesn't have to be vegan friendly. It has to be vagina friendly.
See, there's the large,
that are
perfect size,
latex.
perfect fit for y'all folks out there.
XXL, 2 X's.
Yes.
Is that bigger than a Magnum?
I would imagine.
I mean,
feels as if you're not even wearing one. Sounds good to me.
Kimono condoms.
But yeah, you can go buy some condoms and you'll be supporting Dubcast.
Guys, you can buy kimono condoms.
Yeah.
I don't even need to know what those are.
They even have dental dams and lubricants and massage oils and
natural products,
female contraceptives,
and more.
What's the natural products?
I hope it's like a piece of wood with a hole in it. Wood light.
This is a pocket pussy from
Amish
country.
It has been sanded, but please,
natural silk personal lubricant. That's for those lonely nights.
Sustain lubricated.
Wait, tailor fit condoms? Really? They make those?
Like I have to send him a copy of my dick?
I mean, I'd say you just measure it.
Oh no, because every dick's different.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can measure the girth and the length and send them the measurements. And
yeah, but you have to take a picture because they're gonna be like, "What about the bend and the yaw?"
So it's probably the one time that it's okay to send dick pics to someone.
No, because then they blackmail you when you run for office.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna blackmail you, so you have to endorse our shit." Strawberry Slim Fit lubricated condoms. I don't know if that means that they're flavored or not. Sir Richard's ultra thin condoms.
So that's that. You can buy condoms and support Dubcast.
That are made naturally.
Yes.
Which they're not really explaining it.
But I've also got let's see, what was the other one? Oh yeah. We got deepmemories.com.
Ooh.
Which is toys and whatnot.
Look at that woman.
The Erosilator.
She is happy.
That's Dr. Ruth, man. She's all about it. The Womanizer. See, you can buy sex toys and support your favorite podcast.
If a man buys the Womanizer, will he become more woman-like?
I don't know. Can we show this stuff on YouTube?
No. Yes. No. Yeah. I've seen tits on YouTube. Damn it.
Yeah, I think we can. Because it's not the real thing.
Kids, stop watching. Still, again, this is your second warning.
This might not be advertiser friendly.
Like, I mean, they make butt plugs with tails that come out of them.
Yeah. See, they don't get lost. But they have this thing. They have this thing here that's supposed to keep that from happening. Man, there was this fad for a while at the club, and it's still pretty big in some clubs. Like these girls that wear butt plugs around, like Like they'll have like a little jewel on the end, but it'll be like a full on like mini butt plug. Like it's not one of the big ones. And it's probably about the size of like
So they're
2
sticking
fingers.
something up their ass
And
with
walking
a
around
jewel
with it all
hanging
night.
out of it.
Yeah, and walking around with it all night.
So when they're given the two for one dance, and they're naked and they're dancing in front of them, this dude looks like he's like, that's a shiny dingleberry,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much. But the problem is that I don't think they take into account the fact that if you're walking around all night, you're dancing and shit, you get swamp ass.
Mhm.
Even strippers. I mean, yeah, they'll freshen up from time to time, but
Yeah, they'll
that
spray
butthole
some
still gets
juice down
slick.
there.
That butthole still gets slick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
long story short, I've seen more than one butt plug laying in the floor at the club after work at night.
Oh.
One time, this girl came up to the DJ booth to request music, and when she walked away, I stepped on something in the DJ. I was like, "What the fuck did I just step on?" And I looked down, and it was her fucking butt plug. And that was the point where I was like, "Y'all gotta figure out how to get these things to stay in, or stop wearing them in the DJ booth."
You guys
'cause-
gotta buy a bigger gauge.
yeah, get a bigger gauge because your asshole is not working out.
All right, I feel like
Your
I
shit
need
is
to do a
stretched out.
PSA for any of the dancers that might be listening out there who are doing this. That's not really attractive.
I told one of them what she should do is put like a Vicks stick up there instead. Like that way during cold and flu season, she would make like a ton of money.
They'd be like, "You smell nice."
She could just like, dude, she could like go up to any dude
Here,
that's
let
like
me fart
sniffling.
on you, and,
yeah,
and
dude.
you could just smell
Fart
it.
in his face, and he can sniff, and he gets a nice whiff of Vicks, clears him up.
Does that bald
Dude.
guy still come into club? The guy that likes to have his shit stepped on?
No, he's got to be dead, man.
Okay.
He's got to be, dude. He was fucking old when I first started working there, and I've been around for 16 years.
What about the creepy cardigan guy? I bet he's dead as shit.
Was that?
That's the one.
Oh, the really old
the
guy,
really
Charlie?
old guy that used to
No,
come
he's
in
still
there.
alive.
Really?
Yeah, he liked the black girls and shit.
No, he liked to go in there and he'd find like the tiniest girl.
Well,
and
yeah,
be
he
like,
do that too.
Tell
He
me
really
you're
liked black girls.
13.
Yeah, but he really liked black girls.
And I remember one night he literally picked up a whore outside of the club.
But now Charlie is. This shit is still on the screen. Charlie.
Well, it matches the conversation.
yeah, you know. So, anyways, yeah, you can go to dubcast.tv, and the link will be in the description, of course. Buy some of this shit, and you know what? You don't even have to buy anything right now. As long as you click this stuff, the cookie will stay in your browser. On some of the sites, it's for 30. Some of them, it's for 90 days. Amazon, I think, is 30 days. So as long as you click it, bookmark it, go back to it later, I'll still get credit for the sales. So do that shit. There's all kinds of stuff. There's sports apparel, costumes, t-shirts. Like I said, superherostuff.com is a pretty big get. Stupid.com is a funny one. And of course Amazon, so pretty much anything you need. Go there and check it out. Oh, and vape shit too. We got lots of Vape Nation.
Vape Nation, y'all.
Vape Nation. We got lots of product. So there's that order of business.
Do it. Buy shit. Fucking consume.
Yes.
You're the reason the economy's shitty because I mean you're not buying shit. Especially our audience of what used to be 7 people. If you all aren't buying shit, the economy will stall.
Okay, so I think next. All right, so we just watched the season 7 premiere of The Walking Dead again. That's the 3rd time I've watched it. I'll find you.
That was so
looking
good.
like fucking Sloth.
Hey
from the
man,
Goonies.
you know what?
Hey, you guys.
I am so happy with that because they did that. Like, other than the taking it like a champ part and him being the only one that died in the comics, the bat lineup was almost verbatim from the comics, even from the end of last season, especially with the uncut. Which, have you seen that? Where Negan's throwing the fuck bombs around, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was almost verbatim, and I really liked it because I mean they made it just as gruesome as impactful as it was in the comics, and that's the death that, like, I mean, if they're only going to do one death that's exactly like it is from the comics, so far that would be it.
Yeah.
That's the one that they should have done. Because Glenn deserved that death. That really shouldn't have gone to anyone else.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with them killing Abraham that way too. Just because they wanted to make it more than the comics.
Yeah, it was cool. I feel like I liked it. I feel like the whole Abraham thing, like adding an extra person to it, kind of a cop out. Kind of
Well, they
just
said it was going to be a hard left turn. From the
yeah, but
comics.
that's not. But that's just like, what can we do that's different? Oh, let's just kill 2 people. That just seems kind of easy to me.
Yeah.
You know, but I liked it. But I feel like killing off 2 somewhat major character. I mean, Glenn's definitely a major character.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Abraham was starting to get there. You know, he was close to it. He was a pretty important.
Well, now
character.
they gave Denise Abraham's comic book death.
Yeah.
So Abe outlived his comic book
Yeah.
counterpart.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But the thing about that, to
I just feel like it took away the impact.
well,
You know
see,
what I'm saying?
Personally, to me, I was more upset about Abraham's death. Than
Well, I feel like
Glenn's.
Abraham is a big enough character to have his own like death. You know what I'm saying? Like his own episode where he's the one that dies. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
but-
I feel like he's that important.
Well, like what I think it is, and like I feel all right because like I feel like I missed out on all the really good Kirkman trolls.
Yeah.
Because Kirkman used to troll people like, and I got 2 all right ones, and like the one that was most recent was him saying get ready for the riots because it was before the season premiere had happened.
Yeah.
But people were all sitting there saying, "Oh, Daryl died," because they saw the blanket, and he said, "Right hand man." Oh shit! but fucking shit, lost my train of thought. But so, fucking cat. But yeah, so he said, prepare for the riot. So that was a troll, but that one wasn't that big to me because at that point I already knew the spoilers.
Yeah.
So this troll, where he said that someone asked him what's the one death that he regretted, and it was before Denise got Abraham's death in the show, and he said Abraham. And when they asked why, he said, because I think it would be interesting to see how Negan and Abraham would have interacted together and how he would have contributed during the war. So I thought they were going to keep him.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like he wasn't trolling because they interacted for a little bit and Abraham stood right the fuck up to him, and I think Negan knew that Abraham wouldn't break. And I think that's why Abraham got it at first, because he was like, the rest of these pussies will bend. Abraham
Well, that's what I was
won't.
about to say. Like, I think, like, if you're going to get into the psychology of the character, I think you have to kill Abraham.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be the biggest threat. He's going to be the one that's hardest to break because, like, you can tell he has that look in his eyes, like, he'll do anything. He doesn't care if it costs him his life.
And I mean, he bucked right up at him, too.
Exactly. So he's definitely a guy that'll fuck with you if you give him the chance. He doesn't, like, he has people he cares about. But he's also a hard ass enough to where he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like he'll sacrifice himself.
Like had Negan killed Glenn,
yeah.
right at first, at the first thing, and he was doing the same thing to Rosita with the bat, I bet Abraham would have punched him before Daryl did.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Yeah. But like I like the fact that he gave Sasha the peace sign. Like I caught that the very
that was
first
pretty
time that I
cool.
watched it. I was like, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
But like this was my main problem with that episode, and it's completely different than your problem, and it's because of what they strayed from in the
I have
comics.
a few problems.
Okay, well, it's from what they strayed from in the comics with this.
Yeah.
At the end, and at first I thought they were doing it. Maggie wasn't mad at Rick, really.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that when we were watching it again earlier. Like, in my mind, I feel like she's like when he was like Maggie, like we need to help you or whatever. Like she would have been like screw you, pansy.
Right.
Like you're
right.
a pussy.
She was
you just
pissed
pushed
at
the
him in
fuck
the
out.
comics. She
Yeah,
blames
exactly.
Rick for it in the comics.
Yeah,
so maybe
exactly.
she blames Daryl now. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But at the same time,
But how could you know that
she
would happen?
kind of did do the Rick thing, like where she was
Yeah.
mad at him, where she said, but I don't know, because I kind of take it, like she said, you need to go to Alexandria and I need to
Yeah.
go. And the way that I took that,
Maybe she just hasn't taken out her anger yet.
the way it's either like she's literally saying, I don't want to see you anymore,
Yeah.
or you need to get back there and help the people there.
Yeah.
And I don't know which way to take it, but either way, Maggie's story is going to propel really nicely from here.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, my biggest problem with the episode in the whole was I feel like it could have just been part of last season's finale.
I think I know there were all kinds of rumors and shit like that they had already shot it.
Yeah.
And that they shot everyone's death, which I think that kind of got confirmed into premiere with the one scenes of everyone getting hit once.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, I feel like some shit was leaked out on purpose, like little
Probably,
tidbits just to
yeah.
fuck with people.
Probably.
But I know for a fact that some of that was filmed last year, because on Norman Reedus's Twitter, Instagram account, one of them, he posted a picture of him and Rick.
Well, I mean,
And-
why
and
wouldn't
he
you
said-
just film it all at the same
Yeah,
time?
and
It's
it
all
said,
pretty much the same
and
shit.
he said, season 6, episode 16, it was like him and Rick like goofing off, but Rick had the blood smear on his face that we never saw last year. We didn't see it until this year.
Yeah.
So he had that blood smear on his face and everything. So yeah, I think that they've all known.
Yeah, it would make sense for him to film it all at one time.
Yeah,
because it really is like part 2 of the season finale.
Mhm.
Really, it honestly because
yeah,
like
because they
it just picks up right there, and like there's not a whole lot more story going on other than him trying to break Rick.
because last
know?
year all of them said that the season 16 finale like shook them. It was hard to
Yeah.
watch, and that you're gonna need to watch it with someone. And then they switched it all to no, the season 7 opener will be.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, I thought it was a good opener. It just I just feel like with the cliffhanger and all that shit, and with
It could have been
with the
last
episode
year.
with the episode just being pretty much part 2 of what it was from the last season.
They
it's
could
like,
have
yeah.
done like because they did a 90
It's just
minute
kinda
for the finale.
anticlimactic,
They
in my
did do
opinion.
a 90 minute for the finale. They could have done
Yeah.
a 2-hour finale.
Well, I mean, they could have even like trimmed out some of the shit from. I mean, there was.
The ride.
Yeah, the ride. They could have trimmed out some of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and they could have at least done it up until he gets taken into the RV.
Mm.
And then they could have had the ride and all that shit to kick off the episode of the premiere,
And, then do episode 2 is the rest of episode 1.
Yeah, or just fucking take it, show him coming back to Alexandria and her going to the hilltop and shit
No,
like that.
I mean, I know, which I don't. We can't really talk about season or episode 2 that much, but
I'll just say I thought it was boring.
I liked it. I liked
Ezekiel and
Yep.
Shiva and the garden bit.
Yeah,
but I
but
mean,
like I thought it was very important for them to get into that, which I
Yeah.
think I'll agree with you.
I like
they
the
could have done
pigs.
it for
I do like
season
the
3.
pigs.
They could have done it for episode 3. They really
Yeah.
could have. But episode 3 is going to be at the sanctuary, which
Yeah.
is the Savior's compound, and I think that I'm really interested to watch them do that.
yeah, I'm definitely I'm ready
I
to
think
see
a
what they do
couple
with
cool
Daryl.
scenes can happen there
Yeah.
from the from things like the harem to possibly
Yeah.
an ironing.
I'm just ready for the day when Daryl finally gets the crossbow back and points it at Dwight's head.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I think it's gonna happen. I think we'll at least
No.
get that, but I think Daryl's gonna die this season.
honestly, one of them has to, and I can see it being Daryl.
Yeah.
Just because like Dwight doesn't show up in the comics until Daryl's kind of a fan favorite on the show.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dwight's story arc in the comic, like everybody hates him just like they do now.
Yeah.
But then Dwight becomes pretty fucking cool in the comic.
You can read any of those comics I got over there, by the way, if you want. Okay. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna get that scene at least once, and then it's probably gonna be shortly after there that Daryl
So are you
dies.
caught up in the comics completely?
Not completely. I'm on. I just read 100 the other day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know some shit that happens because I've watched some YouTube videos on it.
Well, man, there's a death coming this season. It'll come before the halfway point, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Really, really well. Negan's not done. Everybody.
Oh
Just know that.
Oh no, he's gonna fuck some shit up, or continue to do.
Like I love like after that episode, man. Like there are motherfuckers on Facebook like, I can't wait till they kill Negan in the show. I can't wait. It's gonna
Why,
be
dude?
so
He's such a good fucking character.
And like I just post on there, and I'm like, well, if they keep following the comics like they have been, Negan's still alive.
Yeah.
2.5 years later. From
I don't
this
think they
point,
should kill
so-
Negan. I think here's my take on Negan. Negan is exactly like Rick Grimes. He just has a different way of running his people.
Yep.
Like, I mean, because especially in the comics, like there's certain things about him that he does have a softer side, and the shit because you got to think the position he was in, with them, the survivors or whatever they're called, Rick's group.
Yeah.
The position he was in is like here. Rick just comes out of nowhere and fucking kills all these men. They kill a bunch of people, and yes, Negan does have some kind of racket going, like protection money, protection food for all these other establishments,
No.
But
did you
he's surviving. Like, that's how he decided he was going to survive. And in this world, that doesn't really make you a villain.
No.
And all he's doing is trying to protect what he's built when he fucking kills Abraham and Glenn.
Well,
You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? So I don't see him as really that bad of a guy. And I think his character is too good just to kill him off in a couple seasons.
oh yeah.
He's got to be somebody that
Did you see my Facebook post
I don't know.
about Negan being a metaphor for something?
I think maybe I did.
Yeah, Negan's a metaphor for the government. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, I don't doubt it.
You work for me, I'm going to take half your shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and like, and, you know, that's like really the best way to think about Negan.
Yeah.
Like, you all hate Negan, right? Of course you do, because you hate the government.
Yeah. Should anyways.
And that's why I have to ask myself who I am as a person, because I thought I hated the government, but I love Negan.
Well, Negan's
So.
a fun character to like because he's funny, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan does a hell of a job with it.
Yeah,
You know.
like, and you know, they based Negan off Henry Rollins.
Oh yeah.
They did, but like, even though this isn't really Henry Rollinsy, I still like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like he's doing a really good take on it because like the humor's there, but the anger's there too.
So okay, that's enough about The Walking Dead. We talked about that shit for like a half hour.
It's a good show.
Yeah. So have you seen the latest South Park?
No,
You haven't seen it?
nope.
Oh,
I'm behind on
man.
South Park by like probably a full season at this point.
Man.
So I watched a lot of last year's, but I didn't finish the season.
I wish I knew the exact point in this episode where they say what I want you to hear.
I know that Garrison's still acting as Trump, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do know that there's a scene where Garrison's all like, "Don't vote for me. I don't know what I'm doing." And Hillary goes, "You can't listen to that man. He is a liar."
Yeah. No, that was in the last episode, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them, so this will make me laugh because South Park is genius.
Well, I don't know. I'm just pulled it up to a random spot.
We'll see.
Wait, so like they'll be releasing everyone's internet history?
Well, that was one thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get that bleach
So-
bit shit that they say Hillary had because I need it
Well,
now.
the basic gist of this episode is that if, like, you remember the social autopsy thing?
Mm.
That's kind of what the Danish have done. They've made, like, a social autopsy site. And I think that's where they got that idea from.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. And
That horrible thing.
Yeah, so basically what they've done is they're trying to find Skank Hunt there. They're trying to,
Skank Hunt.
Yeah, that's his troll name. That's who Skank Hunt is. You
Oh,
didn't know
he's
that yet?
Skank?
Yeah, you didn't know that yet?
No, I
Kyle's
don't know
dad?
any of this.
Oh shit.
The only thing I know is that fucking goddamn Garrison is Trump.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's the troll that everybody thought was Cartman. Cartman takes a serious turn. You got to see this shit. But there's one thing that happened. I think it's in this episode that I was really hoping you would have seen. But basically, they hack the whole town of Fort Collins, Colorado, because they figured out he lives somewhere close to there. So like everybody's internet history has been put online. And so that's like the basics of the episode are how are you going to condemn Trump for saying what he said or Hillary for doing shady shit online when everybody does shady shit online. It's mostly about Trump. It's mostly about the grab her by the pussy shit. You know, basically what the episode's saying.
Dildo, they've done it.
Everyone's holier than thou until their shit gets exposed.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So all the people that have been like talking shit about Trump and talking shit about email scandals and shit are now freaking out because their shit's about to come out.
When I started this campaign, I was saying a lot of shit because I was angry. And then I turned that anger into pushing buttons by being more and more outrageous. Slowly, people started paying attention to me, and I guess it made me feel powerful. Well, now the chickens have come home to roost. Sooner or later, we all get exposed. We're all held accountable for what we say and what we do. There's only one thing that matters now. On November 8th, you must vote against me and show the world that you didn't think the new Star Wars was all that good.
That's the one I wanted you to see. What do you think about it, Cody?
I mean, I know the people at home can't see my face, but I went from a smile to just instant drop.
I fucking knew it. I'm glad this is the first time I've ever seen this.
When you're in that voting booth, remember that every vote for Hillary Clinton is a vote that shows the world we agreed that The Force Awakens was more like a Happy Days reunion special than a movie.
See, like, Donald Trump hasn't pissed me off this bad when he talks. This is upsetting, man. I like the movie.
I do too, but
Like,
it's
I mean,
funny.
it's just opinions, but like it hurts when someone you like so much disagrees
I know,
with you.
right?
The choice is yours, America. Please make the right one.
Like, I mean, I had Matt Stone and Trey Parker's dick in my throat like 10 minutes ago, and now I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's not the first. There's another time in the episode where it's mentioned too.
It was good. Fuck you guys.
But I liked it. But yeah.
Should be an interesting election this year, huh? Buckle up, buckaroos.
So that's the end of that episode.
Oh, god damn it.
But it's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty funny. But yeah, that whole Star Wars thing threw me for a loop.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
No, I thought for sure you'd seen it by now.
When they put her on for the very first time and she ran over like 4 people in a fucking episode.
Dude, I couldn't.
That was the
pissing
best
myself.
thing I've ever seen.
Oh, dude,
Because,
that
like,
shit was so
is she in
hilarious.
trouble at all for that?
Not really.
Like, I mean, why? Like, I mean, if you kill somebody, accident or not, you know, manslaughter means like you accidentally killed somebody, but it's still a crime.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean,
otherwise,
I
it's
don't
like,
really
hey, I
follow
just accidentally walked out of the bank with like $10 billion. It was an accident. You guys can have it back.
I haven't really followed the news of like that very closely, but so I don't know. But I haven't really heard anything, honestly. So, all right. Well,
oh, wait, hold on. Did you see how everybody's upset that Bono was named Woman of the Year?
Yeah, that was one thing I thought we might talk about.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it other
I
than
just think it's funny.
it's funny. It's I mean, but it doesn't even say Woman of the Year. It says Man of the Year in the article.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't. It didn't
It's just
say,
in their Woman of the Year edition.
Yeah, because like I guess because he did a bunch of shit for women or something, or
Yeah.
he's such a bitch himself. I don't know.
No, it's because he did all the shit for
Yeah, I
for
know.
women, and
Yeah.
like everyone's like, you got stuck in a moment.
Well, I mean, but then like all these like feminists and shit come out like pissed off that like they would even consider putting a man in there, and it's like, look, they didn't call him, they didn't take one of the slots away from the Women of the Year. They just gave him his own thing
He was
because
doing,
he did so much. Like
he did
you're
more
fucking
for women than that. What's her Anita or whatever?
Snark Slesian.
Anita Sarkeesian. Is that it?
Yeah, I call her Snark Slesian.
I mean, I purposefully went out of my way to kill strippers in Hitman, even though it lowered my score in the game to prove a point.
Well, I guess since we're talking political shit, we might as well fucking get into some shit.
Gary Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I've known for a long time, a friend.
Well, see, man, like,
It's
I want to vote for Gary Johnson. That's probably who I'm going to go with. But at the same time, I don't know. I kind of just feel like abstaining.
Do you want to know why I'm going to vote for Gary Johnson?
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for Gary Johnson for one reason. It's not because I think he's going to win.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
because
if you vote for
if
who you
it's
think's going to win, that's retarded.
well, no, it's because if the Libertarian Party can get over 5% nationally in the vote, then they'll get federal funding for the next presidential cycle. And while that will create a giant rift in the Libertarian Party and fracture it, and it'll be crazy because one half will take the money and the other half will say we're the real Libertarian Party. Well, I mean, whatever. I don't care about that. I just think it'll give them a better footing, and we can actually get some different viewpoints in Congress and other political seats.
I just think it's time for more than two parties.
It's been time.
Well, and really, it's only one party.
It is
Come
only
on.
one. Exactly.
Like, they're just two people in the same fucking party with a few slightly different views from each other.
Yeah, it's like there's
know?
this really funny meme that I saw, and it was like, all right, Captain America, how the right sees Donald Trump. Hitler, how the left sees Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
exactly.
Hillary
Same
Clinton,
way.
how I see Donald Trump. So it showed a picture of Clinton. Then the other one was like something for Clinton, but it was like how I see Clinton, Donald Trump. And honestly, that's how I see him. I mean, Trump was a staunch, New York Democrat his entire life, and then out of nowhere, he's like, no, I'm a Republican. It's like,
Well,
really?
the funny thing about it, and one thing I've thought about a few times too, is like Donald Trump's biggest supporters are these like rednecks and like conservative types.
It's non-college educated
Like,
white men.
And like these are the same people that like back in the '90s used to make fun of him and hate people like him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily like rich people because they all love rich politicians,
Well,
but like rich, like New Yorker,
yeah.
like
Oh, no,
real
they
estate
did.
mogul.
Yeah,
You know, they made fun of
exactly.
his hair. They made fun of the
Exactly.
way he talked and all this shit. And I'll tell you another thing that bothers me too is like Donald Trump and Hillary both are old as shit.
And they're friends.
Well, yeah, they're friends, but they're both old as fuck.
Old.
So if you're voting for
He'd
one of
be
them,
the
you're
oldest
voting.
elected.
You're really voting for their vice president.
He would be the oldest elected. She would be the
Yeah.
second oldest
They're
behind
too
only
fucking
Ronald
old,
Reagan.
man.
Well, Reagan served a long time.
Yeah, but
He served 2 years, and currently he's the oldest. So.
yeah, but it's we need to get away from that, man. Because
Yeah, man, elect me.
it's only a matter of time before they elect some old motherfucker and they die in office, and we're stuck with Mike Pence or whoever the fuck Hillary's running.
I think it would have been just as much fun, like as the Bush years were,
Yeah.
if you know, like Obama had got pneumonia and died, and we got Joe Biden.
I would have loved Joe Biden.
Like
He's
Joe
just a
Biden
crazy
would have
old
got.
man.
I know. Have you heard him talking now? Like
Yeah.
he makes threats worse than Trump does
He
on
just
that
doesn't-
campaign.
I think he just doesn't give a shit
You know,
because
I
he
don't
didn't get
think
the
he knows.
nominations, so he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. I
Really?
don't think he knows what he's doing. Like, I think he gets up there and he's like, I'm going to karate chop someone in the fucking face. And they're like, Joe, no, you're here to say vote for Hillary. And he's like, I know what I'm fucking doing. Like, he's the crazy, cranky old guy. Like,
Yeah.
did you ever see that video of that old man who's doing an interview and he gets mad and him and the anchor go back and forth? He's like, well, if you've been doing it so long, you tell me why you're out of here.
Yeah.
And the anchor guy's like, well, you were my boss. Yeah, that's pretty much how Joe Biden is. He's that old guy, like,
No
fuck
shit.
you.
Fuck it.
He's like, I don't
His
care
time's
why he's
almost
here.
up.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you know.
Biden swoops into the rescue after
I'll
Hillary
say,
gets
like,
indicted.
The only thing that like I'm slightly paranoid about is Russia. I don't think they're gonna do anything. But man, like, do you think there's any validation behind that whole
Nope.
Putin warning America
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
that if Hillary gets elected, he's gonna drop the nukes?
Nope.
You don't think so?
Don't buy that. That didn't come from Putin. That came from Putin's, like, number 2
It
or
came
number
from
3.
his
One of
came-
the guys next to him.
came from his buddy.
Inner circle dudes. Yeah, but. No. Maybe war, but they're not going to drop a nuke. You know why? You drop a nuke, we drop a nuke, 5 other countries drop nukes, 20 other countries launch their nukes,
Yeah.
everybody's dead. We're all dead.
But I don't think Putin gives a shit.
I do. Putin does give a shit. And, you know, I think that
Well, he does like money.
I think Putin's painted poorly over here. Like, it's not like that I like Putin.
Yeah.
Putin's crazy. But I think that he's painted poorly over here
He
because
probably is.
like
I don't
mean,
really
if you've
know that
ever
much
watched
about him.
Putin talk, if you
Yeah.
ever actually listened to Putin talk, and I
Yeah.
mean, granted, he could be just as big as a fucking liar of every one of our politicians.
Yeah.
It's more than likely true. But when you listen to him talk, he seems more like he's telling you straightforward answers as opposed to our
Yeah.
politicians. But he doesn't really speak in English, so you have to read subtitles.
Exactly.
But, I mean, no, I don't think that they're going to drop nukes. But I know that...
I just know I'm at
Hillary-
the point right now where I don't know if I want to take the chance.
Well, Hillary
I
gets-
definitely don't want to go to fucking war with anybody.
Hillary gets so happy. She's like, I hit the reset button with Trump. Or, sorry, with Russia. Yeah, we had been building relations with them for fucking, what, 18, 19, 20 years, and then you hit the reset button?
Eh.
Why? I mean, should we care that another country doesn't like one of the presidential nominees? No.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out a big fucking hypocritical thing when they're like, this is ridiculous. Some other country's trying to influence our election. Well, excuse me. Excuse me.
How often have we
That's-
done that?
That's what we're in the Middle East for. Is
Exactly.
to forcefully influence elections by making them happen.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that the Obama administration did fund Netanyahu from Israel's
Yep.
fucking is the guy he ran against.
Yeah, when people say that shit, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, it's like-
that's what we've been doing for
I
ever.
I can't. I don't care what side it is. Just stop being fucking hypocritical liars.
I just wish we'd just
Talk
mind our
to
own
us.
fucking business.
Amen, man.
Just
Another
bring-
reason to vote for Gary Johnson,
just
baby.
bring the troops home
Isolationism.
and line them up around the border if you want to give them something to do.
I say bring them home, close the bases.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't really need that. We can keep the navies out at sea. You know, have it in shifts, but like, you know, like isolationism. It doesn't mean that we won't attack. It means we attack if we get attacked. We'll hit you back, but so don't hit the sleeping giant.
Exactly. There's no reason for us to be policing the world.
No,
It's ridiculous.
absolutely. Yeah, well, I'll tell you the reason. It's to control oil,
Yeah.
place carbon taxes on citizens, so that way they're paying for the burning that they refuse to fix.
Yeah.
And people say I wear a tinfoil hat.
Well, you do.
It's on right now. It's kind of attractive.
Brian Todd has been looking into this. Brian, what are you learning?
Wolf, we have learned that tonight, at least publicly, the Kremlin is distancing themselves from this man's comments.
The Kremlin. I always like that name.
Dude, I like the name the Gulag,
The
which was like the
Gulag.
old fucking KGB jail.
Yeah.
You go to Gulag.
The Kremlin just, it's just like, it sounds like gremlins.
Like, I would love
Like-
to see the Kremlin.
Yeah.
That's a place I really would like to see.
Also told the man in question, lawmaker Vladimir Zhirinovsky, fills an important role for Vladimir Putin and Putin's inner circle. It seems that tonight, Zhirinovsky has again done Putin's bidding, taking the vitriol against Hillary Clinton to a level where Putin can't quite go. One of Vladimir Putin's most powerful supporters, a man who just won big in a parliamentary election in Russia, makes a menacing prediction. Vladimir Zhirinovsky, an ultra...
So he didn't get it directly from Putin. He made a prediction.
No, exactly, yeah.
But I mean, he is an inside guy, though. He knows what's going on, probably. You know.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, if they gave Debbie Wasserman Schultz to fall for something that 100 other people were doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, let's pin it on this guy, right?
Yeah. Well, fuck this guy.
I mean,
Вице-президент США Джозеф Байден вчера пообещал послать вам сигнал ответить за хакерские атаки в организации, которая...
Biden threatened cyber attacks
Exactly.
against Russia.
oh, we'll fucking respond. We ain't out of here yet. That's what he said. He said, we're not out of here yet. Like, really?
Like, I mean, I
Joe?
just don't understand. Like, why do we need to be tough guys? Why
He's-
do we need to talk like
I think he thinks he's a Dirty Harry.
this? Are you lucky, punk?
США обвиняют официальную Россию.
Мы умеем друг другу послать, поэтому...
Ну, по сути, прозвучало...
And he says words like "fuck."
Yeah.
In
We know how
Russian.
to tell each other how to fuck off.
официально на столь высоком уровне угроза, причем угроза, насколько понимаю, вам лично. Предполагаете ли вы, что это будут такие же хакерские атаки в отношении России, или атаки могут быть и...
That's just about hacker attacks and
That
shit.
flag looks pretty.
Yeah.
It's popping.
But I mean, I'll tell you one thing that I'm fed up with is like that whole like a vote for a third party is a wasted vote. You know,
Yeah,
like it's like they're not gonna win, so why vote for them? It's like, dude, I'm not voting for who I think's gonna fucking win.
I'm voting for who I want.
Yeah, I'm voting for who I agree with. You know, like I'm not just because I'm usually a liberal.
mean, yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't-
pick Hillary Clinton. 'cause
I don't
she's a fucking
100%
criminal.
agree with everything Gary Johnson and
I
Bill
100%
Welch
agree
say,
with
but-
anybody.
Right, and you probably never will.
Exactly.
But I mean, in this election,
Yeah,
Johnson lines up with what I'd like to see going forward. So
I mean, if I knew it wouldn't completely fuck over the whole damn country, I'd probably vote for Trump just for the fuck of it, just to have funny shit to
You
talk
know,
about.
well, I mean, have you even kept up with polls at all?
Yeah, he's
These polls are the dumbest things I've ever heard. Because like 4 weeks ago, it's like all right, it's within 2 points.
Yeah, they're
3
all over
weeks
the
ago,
place.
oh, Hillary Clinton's got a 7-point lead.
Well, we're dealing with the two most hated candidates ever. Like
Yeah.
two most untrusted, fucking hated. Like nobody likes them. And everybody's just kind of voting for the lesser of two. Like really this time.
I want to ask you a question.
What's that?
What party is dumber, the Democratic Party or the Republican Party? And this is the reason why. For believing in what Donald Trump is saying. Is it the left that's so dumb that they actually believe that he believes this shit?
No.
Or is it the right who are dumb enough to believe that he switched his political leanings entirely?
I'm gonna have to say the right, and because as somebody that is a liberal, but not to that extent, but I know that like when they see somebody like Trump, they see like establishment, like, and conservatives are cool with that. Like conservatives are cool with the millionaires, billionaires that owed a bunch of shit. So for them, It's just like, oh, sweet, you know, he's rich. He's probably been on our side the whole time, anyways. He was just doing that because he was a celebrity. You know, he was just being because every celebrity's got to be a Democrat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the liberals are probably just like, you know, from their point of view, he's just another evil Republican.
Right.
You know, even though he did used to be a liberal to a certain extent, you know, he's still a rich corporation type of guy.
I would agree with you. It's the right, but for a different reason. And that reason is because several of the things that he is proposing are still very, very, very progressive.
Oh, yeah,
very
yeah,
left-leaning.
And another part of it, too, is the right themselves are so, like, so many of them are so fucking dumb and, like, racist themselves that, like I don't really do the whole Trump's a racist and all that type of bullshit. But he's an asshole, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's an
like,
asshole.
Racist, I don't know.
He's a rich, self-centered, egotistical
but
asshole.
He has a lot of racist supporters, you know, and that's like there's a lot of fucking racist conservatives.
So does Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, this is true. But I'm saying like his are outspoken as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go to a Donald Trump rally and you know have some fun with that. And I think that they're just gullible to begin with.
You know what is happening?
So
though?
yeah,
Monday, and I'm excited to go to this. Rand Paul in Lexington.
Yeah,
because I like old Rand and I like his daddy.
But I was, you know, my thing is I'm just gonna say like that whole wasted vote thing. It's not because like you were talking about earlier, if they get the 5% they need. You know, that'll help them out in the future. And it's an awareness thing. Like, yeah, like we don't believe that enough people are going to be like, okay, you know, let's all vote for a third party this time. And the miraculously...
No, but if all the people who have said that, oh, I don't like either of these people would do it.
Yeah, that they think it doesn't make a difference. Maybe they'll see it. Like, holy shit, this guy almost won or he did good.
Oh.
You know, then like next year or next 4 years, they might actually vote third party.
It was like, I had people from both sides. One person was like, you know, if you're voting for Johnson, it's just a vote for Trump. And then another person was like, well, if you're voting for Johnson, it's just a vote for Hillary.
Exactly. It depends on who you're talking to.
I told him
the same thing.
And I said, no, it's a vote. It's a vote for Gary Johnson.
Exactly.
Is who it's a vote for. But it's really just it's not going to count for anybody. Well, you're just taking a vote away from. I wouldn't have voted for them to fucking begin with.
I would have abstained, so what would it matter?
I would have written in goddamn Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Which I did do for a sheriff once. I wrote in Darth Vader. But now this is interesting too, and I'd say that most of you fucking idiots out there don't know this, but when it comes to a write-in candidate, that candidate would have to have actually registered to be a write-in candidate. Yeah. So if you just write in something like, let's say Bernie Sanders, if you were to just write in Bernie Sanders, I'm not sure. You'd have to look up to see if he's registered in your state. I don't know if he is for Kentucky as a write-in, but literally, if you write someone who's not registered with your state to be on the write-in, it does not count. It does not matter. They go, thanks. You know what? Actually, if you believe in voter fraud, if you believe Trump, it turns into a vote for Clinton. So,
did you hear about that shit recently where some people were trying to say that like some of the methods that some states implement for like voter IDs is racist? Because like some black people and people of color have a hard time getting IDs. It's not hard to get a fucking ID, people. No, it's really not.
This is a prime example of soft bigotry.
Yeah.
Presented as a helping hand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out because you're too stupid to know how to get an ID. You're too dumb to know where the DMV is.
So we're going to make them not ask for IDs so that we can have voter fraud and shit.
See, I've never understood this. I've never understood it because like every time I've gone to vote, which I voted in every election since I was 18. Yeah. Every time I've gone to vote, they're like, I need to see your ID. Yeah. You have to show who you are so you're voting in the right district and they know that you voted once.
Exactly.
So like literally, besides the fact that it's soft bigotry, saying that these people are too fucking pitiful to be able to do anything for themselves, which is exactly what they're saying. It's just stupid because, like, if I were to walk up to a black guy walking down the street right now, and I was like, if I was like, hey man, do you have an ID? Other than him being like, the fuck you want to see my ID for? He's going to have an ID.
Yeah.
You can't you can't rent videos, even though you can't do that anymore anyway. But you can't go to the library without an ID to get on the internet if you don't have that. You can't buy a pack of cigarettes. You can't buy beer. You can't do any of that shit. You need an ID to live. You really do. You can't get a job without an ID. So
Like,
literally what they're saying is homeless people can't have an ID, so they're not in a
illegals.
district.
You know.
Well, that's what the right would say, that they want illegals to vote, and maybe they fucking do. But I mean, besides, like, it's not racist.
No,
it's not. Calling it racist is just trying to cover your hand because you're really promoting soft bigotry.
Exactly.
That's literally all it is. And how people fail to see that, like, I mean, I guess you really have to think about it. Because, like, you know, when you have someone pandering to you to make it sound like, oh, they're really out to help me out, you know. But when you look at it, they're literally saying, you're too dumb to care for yourself. So let's make it to where you don't have to worry about something that you have to be a productive citizen in any means. Like, even if you wanted to get welfare, you have to have an ID.
Exactly.
You have to have an ID to get food stamps.
But yeah, I just watched this video online the other day of this fucking SJW being like talking about all the places that are asking for ID now. Like because there were some states and some districts where they just didn't.
Yeah.
You just went and you told them your name and they were like, oh, you go here. You know, you didn't have to show them ID. But now they're starting to ask for ID.
Yeah.
And like
racist.
Like these like super leftists are like, this is racist because these people have a hard time getting IDs for this and this reason and all. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you just go to the fucking DMV.
I've had this conversation. I've had the conversation. The person's
That's all you
like,
do. It's like $10 or something.
They're like, well, you know, they don't have a car. Okay, well, what about public transportation? Yeah, but I mean that means that they have to get out of their house and go do. Oh,
They make
you mean they
absentee
have
ballots
to
if
be
you're disabled.
responsible?
Yeah. But if you're disabled, you can get a fucking home ballot delivered to you.
Like, honestly. Like, it breaks down. Do people need to be responsible for themselves?
No.
Because if the answer is no, then I'm done working.
Yeah, for real.
I want a check. I don't care how much it is. I want a check. I want a free house.
Yeah.
I want it all, man. Don't give it to me completely, or don't give it to me at all.
Yeah. All right, so you remember Humongous?
I never actually watched Humongous, but I know what you're talking about.
You never watched Humongous?
I never did. I never watched it.
All right, hold on.
But is that literally what he told him that his name was
hold
Humongous?
on, dude.
Humongous for president.
I think I still got it on here somewhere.
Humongous Bone for president. Vice president. Ken Bone.
I thought I still had it on here somewhere. Hold on.
Didn't they try to get mad at old Kim Bone because he like looked at Jennifer Lawrence's butthole on the fappening?
He was a total angel about it.
Was he like, yeah, I've watched the fappening. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, pretty much.
And America was like, aw, you're right. Look at you. So sad.
All right.
I mean, that's...
So, a big thing that happened with him was like, on Reddit he had like commented some really supportive, awesome stuff to a rape victim, and in that comment he called the rapist disgusting, and it was like not BuzzFeed, it was some shitty place, and they were like, Ken Bone calls a rapist victim disgusting. And I was like, no.
So you didn't even watch my video on Humongous then?
Nope.
Because I did I did a whole fucking thing on the chick that filmed it.
Oh.
And we're about to talk about her some more. But anyways, here we go. Just as a refresher. Now, the story with this guy is this was like a fundraiser for the cops or something. And the cops had helped his daughter get off heroin.
I'm going to be completely honest.
So he was there supporting him, and he was being interviewed.
I'm going to be completely honest. Like, this guy looks like someone I'd love to go have a beer with.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he looks like he'd be fun. Because, I mean, like, he's middle-aged, he's kind of balding, he's fat. But you're like, dude, you and me, we're going to be buds. We're going to hang out, you know, smoke a cigar, eat a salami sandwich.
Well, the great thing about this dude is, like, I think because she's filming here, she's filming him getting interviewed, and she's talking, and she's talking shit, like while I think he overhears her or something. Like he knew that she was up to no good, and there was a protest going on anyways, and she was probably obviously with the protest,
Dicks out for Harambe.
Yeah. So I think he knew she was coming. But let's see here. Let me go ahead and get to it here.
There's actually a great interview with him.
Yeah.
Ethan from E38 Productions. And he tells you a lot about what went down, and it's great.
You want my name?
Yeah, sure.
It's humongous.
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
That's what it is.
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment?
No, it's humongous.
He looks like
So
John
why did you
Lovitz.
say that to
That's
me?
my name.
What? Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment? Is that what you just did when you said that to me?
What, humongous?
Why would you say that to me?
Yes, but my name.
Why would you say that to
Hold
me?
on. If you have to ask if it's sexual harassment, then it's not sexual harassment.
Well, it's
Is that
not
what you just did to me?
anyways. He didn't
Did
say
you just do
anything.
sexual harassment to me? Okay, so if you're asking yourself that, it's not holding up in court. Okay, bye.
Now you'll see here pretty soon that this bitch is just.
This is a long video, and
she
we're
is a
barely
troublemaker.
into it.
Yeah, we're not gonna go through the whole thing because I got other shit to talk about. Yeah, she is.
Humongous.
She is like SJW level 25.
She's why I'm reluctant to call myself a feminist.
Yeah.
It's like that shit where
She's
it's
bad.
I say it to
Why
you?
would you say that to me?
Why would you ask me my name?
What? Humongous what? Humongous what?
Did he say you need help? I never noticed that.
Humongous what? Humongous what? This person just spoke to me in a sexually harassing way.
He turned
Yeah,
around
he did.
like, what?
He
What are you gonna
said,
say?
he said, do you know what my name is? And I
said,
said,
"You
what?
want my
And he
name."
said, humongous. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, dude.
Look
so
at her butt.
it goes on for 8 minutes of her fucking accusing this guy and yelling at everybody that'll look at her.
He didn't even call himself Mike Hunt.
Yeah, dude, that's the point I made in my video.
Okay.
I was like, he didn't say humongous cock. He didn't say Mike cunt.
That's why we do a podcast together.
Here's the interview.
Yeah.
In the interview, he's like, there's a part where he does this, and she's like,
Yeah, he
oh,
was
so
talking
you're-
about his belly.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you're gesturing yourself. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
my fat stomach.
Well, the video I did, like when I was gonna cover that video, I was searching for her name, and this Facebook post of hers came up that was about her experience at Wells Fargo Bank, and apparently she's too dumb to realize that banks cost money. Like you don't just get a bank account for free. Like there are fees involved. You can get a free checking account, but there's still there's fees for like certain things for using the ATM and for overdraft and shit like that. But
That's what
most
the gender
likely
studies degree gets you.
yeah. Well, she most likely had a bank account that took out a monthly fee because she, in the Facebook post she talks about how she hadn't used her account for like 3 or 4 months or something, and when she went to use it, there was no money in there, and so she was like, "This is how they treat women of color in this country. They take all our money away. I'm a poor woman of color, and they took advantage of me." So yeah, I tore her a new asshole. And recently she joined YouTube.